Hello fellow leggers, thank you for joining us once again for another theatre trip where we have taken a bit of a stroll to Bristol.
A stroll? It was a 2-hour drive.
I was trying to make it more casual, but we were at the
casual about that blooming motorway.
It was a bit of a trek,
but
we are coming to the Bristol Old Vic. We are going to the Bristol Old Vic.
And how many times can you find love in life? Well, we've had a second chance at it because we're seeing a revival of Romantics Anonymous.
So as usual, fellow leggers, stick around to hear all of our thoughts.
Find out how many stars.
Whether it's break a leg
or leg it.
Romantics Anonymous. Now, this sounds familiar.
Well,
this isn't a new piece, is it?
Well, no, because it actually premiered in 2017 at the Sam Wanamaker Playhouse when the Globe Theatre was under the artistic direction of Emma Rice.
Okay.
Emma Rice has adapted and is directing this stage adaptation of a musical based on the 2010 French-Belgian romantic comedy film. I'm going to totally ruin this now. Les Emotifs Anonymous. that was bang on, right?
Which basically means
like
Romantics Anonymous, right?
Basically, the Anonymous
similar.
Romantics.
Okay.
Well, I mean, what can we say about Emma Rice?
Well, Emma Rice is great. She did Brief Encounter, which was such a creative...
Again, another... was a film then. It was so cinematic.
And while she was the artistic director over at the Globe, a lot of those productions were really like lots of creative ideas
and
going into those
ultimately that was her downfall, because the Globe has just gone on to be a museum now, as far as I'm concerned. It's not a creative hub, it's a museum.
Her most recent piece was Wise Children, which you caught and I didn't. Again, was really creative.
Really creative, and I really like Emma. She seems like a great driving force in the industry, and I'm glad she's still doing stuff here.
Good.
This is actually having a bit of a run here, but it's going over to the States and playing a variety of cities and dates.
Well,
so she's mounting a production.
Book your plane tickets now, I guess.
Now, in the cast, we have 2 returning cast members who play the leads in Romantics Anonymous. Mark Antolin, who fairly recently played Seymour in the Regent Park open air production of Little Shop of Horrors, and Carly Borden, who we've never reviewed, but we have seen her before. She was Squeaky in Assassins at the Many a Chocolate Factory, and she was also Alice in the truly awful Wonder Dot Land at the National Theatre.
Oh my goodness, fellow leggers, did any of you see Wonder Dot Land at the National Theatre?
And if you didn't, it's safe to say you're never going to see it again.
I talk about a turkey.
Yeah, it was an absolute turkey.
But not her fault.
No, not her fault.
Absolutely.
The Bristol Old Vic's had a renovation since the last time we were here. We saw a junkyard here a few years ago.
Yes, we did.
And we couldn't even get in this way. It was
we had to go through a side entrance, and it looks all nice and snazzy. It fits in with the modern kind of studenty feel of this town.
This town's so vibrant, isn't it, Bristol?
It's a town, or is it a city? It's probably a city, isn't
it?
it?
It's a city. 2 hours and 20 minutes, including an interval. So stick around for our 30-second interval breakdown.
And to the end to hear all of our thoughts and find out how many stars. Fellow leggers, we have come to the interval, which means it's time for the breaker leggers.
30-second interval breakdown.
Go, what do you think so
start
far?
With me?
You start.
I think it's beautiful. I mean, I feel like we've got a real gift of a show here. It's beautifully scored, it's beautifully underscored. It's just such a lovely tale. Heartwarming is what I would call it, and I'm enjoying it so much.
Yes, I think some of the similar words. I think it's warm, it's sweet, it's charming. Some real nice comedy in there as well. I'm loving the ensemble work, and I think the scoring of it suits that charming, beautiful tone also. See what happens. Well, fellow leggers, we've come to the end of Romantics Anonymous here at the Bristol Old Vic. Now, this show has been dormant for a couple of years, and it's coming back off a success. Already there's success there.
Yes.
Did it live up to that success?
Well, it's the hype wagon, is it? And so many people recommended this first time round, and I've got to say, for us guys, it was so worth the wait. What a beautiful, creative, accomplished piece of work. I am so thrilled we've caught it this time round.
I am as well. It's such, as I said in the interval breakdown, it's really nice and charming.
Yeah.
And I've got to be honest, come the end of the first act, I thought it was nice.
Yeah.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was a bit of an average show, it's some nice ideas, and it was nice.
Yeah.
Come the end, though, I was completely sold on the story. I was on board. I was almost a bit like, I'm almost a bit choked at certain moments. I was like, I'm in love with the idea of love again. Not that I haven't been in love with the idea, but you know what I mean? Just those touching pieces.
Yes.
I don't know what it's like for you.
Yeah, like you say, it's an ignition, really. It's sort
An
of
ignition
it
of
feels,
love.
What I would imagine is if you're in a relationship, seeing this show is like the stagey version of renewing your vows, of realising why you fell in love in the first place, you know, and those emotions, seeing them come to life in this piece, of those first moments of insecurity about somebody new, about taking steps and leaps into the unknown, of putting your heart and your emotions and your feelings in the hands of other people is a frightening thing, and the way that comes across and the way it's reflected in the beautiful score is the best I've seen in a long time.
Yes, now I guess the story is this idea, it's a love story of two socially awkward people coming together. That's the love story, but it's almost coupled with a bit of a, almost like a story we've seen before, something I'm thinking of is like Kinky Boots.
I was thinking Kinky Boots quite a lot.
A failing business
that needs new life, and
they
comes
find
from
a
an
new
unlikely
life. So it's got those two
Kinky Boots
meshed
theme.
together,
Yes.
is ultimately the story, but that provides some really nice comedy, the idea of these two socially awkward characters, I think, and they go to this, she goes to this kind of
like self-help group.
Self-help group. So you've got an ensemble of people in similar situations, which are really funny. The ensemble is great. So that's what it is in its narrative, and it's a really nice, touching story.
Yes.
So we now talk about production.
I think we have to talk about the creative vision and the creative genius that is Emma Rice.
Isn't she brilliant?
I am so pleased that she left the Globe when she did, because their loss is absolutely our game. She would
gained
have
her wings
She would have
on their
had
release.
her wings clipped at that place. And now she's got Wise Children, this production company. There's just no stopping her. She's a juggernaut, and she comes at everything. I can tell. There's some directors I feel are doing things for themselves, self-serving, but everything she does because she wants to look around the room and see delight on an audience's face. I can tell her passion is the audience's delight, and thank God for her.
I think everything she does is perfectly pitched and also really creative. She's got some really nice creative staging ideas that move the piece through, that are visually engaging, that actually have some quite technical elements. Come the end, there's a lovely number, Walking on Air, and I'm not going to spoil it, but the idea is to think of how we're going to create this, how can we make this visually stunning, how can we uplift, elevate the whole audience, and I felt she did that.
She's a yes person with a yes team, so I absolutely
a yes
applaud
person
them.
with a yes team.
A great piece comes from a director's vision, and she could see through walls. Emma Rice, Break a Leg a nomination, Best
2020,
Director.
Yes, absolutely.
2020 nomination. I just think she's wonderful.
She's great, and I look forward to what she does next.
Absolutely.
Cast-wise?
Talk about the cast. Let's talk about Jean-René, Marc Antolin as the socially awkward love interest character.
He was perfectly cast. He's absolutely brilliant. He's got the really nice. It's not too much. It's perfectly pitched. And we really invest in him. What he does.
I can see why he was Seymour in Little Shop.
He fits. He was basically Seymour in this.
That sort of character.
He was the same again.
Give Mark a call, because he's great at that.
He did exactly the same, and it was great. And a lovely voice, lovely tone. Again, we didn't talk about the music. We'll go back to the music afterwards.
Yeah, we'll talk about the music afterwards.
Who else did pull out?
We talk about Carly Borden as Angelique.
As the lead as well. Again, I think perfectly cast. Just a really, I imagine her as that petite French girl, socially awkward, but again, not overplayed. I guess in a way it was all in the writing. She didn't have to overplay anything. She has the supporting cast being the comedy roles and playing it up. She just is. She had the sweetest voice.
And what a voice! What a beautiful voice! I've not seen in Wonder.Land. She got nothing from that piece. In Assassins,
neither did the audience. But it's not her fault.
Unworthy of Your Love in that was a real highlight, and it was lovely to hear her voice again. She has a really unique and a really listenable voice.
Listenable. Absolutely, she carried the show great.
And also, I just want to call out, I mean, all of the ensemble are great. Like, what an absolute joy.
Is it this one?
But in the role of Mercia, Mumbler and Marini, Gareth Snook.
Now, we've seen him a few times now. The last I saw him was over at the Southwark Playhouse in Casa Valentina.
Yes.
And he really stood out in that production.
I saw him
as a great
with our
actor.
friend Sean when we saw Wise Children.
Another Emma Rice, another Emma Rice piece.
And he is a magnificent, captivating, absolute attention-drawing, versatile chameleon of an actor. A character overtakes him. He absorbs characterization.
And then he delivers, and
he manages to project it. So, do you know what? There are times it may as well have been the only person on the stage.
Well,
just not because not everyone was great, but just because he's so captivating, charismatic, star quality that you cannot train, you cannot teach, you cannot write. You have got it or you ain't. And boy, has Gareth got it.
Which I think he is very worthy of a Breakalegger's 2020 award nomination for Best Supporting Actor
in a musical.
In a musical, I guess it's a musical.
Fabulous.
For Gareth Snook. There we go.
I'd be surprised if there was anything he couldn't do.
Okay, and I guess we're pulling out him, but there's a cast of 9, 2 leads that we talked about, and then the ensemble who are so versatile.
Absolutely.
They play so many different parts. I loved Harry. I've never seen an ensemble almost directed so well, given so much to do, and just owned every single part.
Yeah,
they're brilliant.
It's really
quick
hard
changes
to pull them all
like
out.
this.
Sandra Marvin as Magda was fantastic. Also, Harry Heppel as Ludo, and as the sort of the French caricature of a chocolatier was just brilliant. And the the extreme differences. All of them play several roles, and
multiple.
All of them were so distinctive
and in sync. And I've got to say, we're seeing this on the first preview.
I can't believe
not
that.
a foot wrong.
Not a
really,
foot wrong.
Everyone knew exactly what they were doing. Can I also pull out, if we haven't said already, the mum? Do we know who played the mum? Great.
Yeah.
You were fantastic.
Sandra Marvin.
Sandra Marvin. We're calling her out again.
Yeah.
I thought she was brilliant. But the whole company, was great, and they worked uniquely together. Music.
Yeah, let's talk about the music now. So the score.
The score.
Yeah.
Go first,
no,
Simon.
Start talking
I was going to say,
the
songs, I'm not going to be walking away singing any of the songs.
No, neither
They're
will
not
I.
songs that are catchy. It's not an Andrew Lloyd Webber where it's the same tune repeated with no mega mix at the end. However, every single song is beautifully orchestrated and beautifully crafted to suit what was going on,
and I would agree.
Amplified it.
It's a score that can only sit in a production.
And
it can only go along with the narrative. It ain't something you're going to listen to at home.
Not necessarily. It'd be nice to listen to, but there's nothing when you walk out.
You wouldn't get anything from it, I don't think, on a standalone piece. Put it into this production, and my God, it's just beautiful.
So beautifully.
Michael Koopman as composer and Christopher Diamond as lyricist.
And I think there are only 4 of them: a percussionist, a keyboardist, beautiful strings, and some woodwind at times. Was there 4?
Musicians, absolutely.
And what's one of these
what's
things?
That?
I'm going one of these.
What the? Don't do that.
What's a French thing? What
An
is
accordion?
that? That's the one.
Right.
And they're very talented musical.
Like
what's they're all playing.
There's one of these as well. What's that? Oh, a
woodwind,
flute. It's a woodwind. That's it.
You do this with an accordion.
And you do this with the flute, right?
That's so wrong. Anyway, what else we need to talk about? The set was great, simple. They used it well. The lighting was beautiful, nice use of just words, illuminating, all of that stuff.
And it was just, you know what? It was so well managed. Like, it all came in at the right times. It was all sort of.
There's a lot going on. Yes.
Really precise.
There's a lot going on in this.
So precise. Whoever's calling this show is doing a great job. So well done, you. We don't often talk about people that.
Well done, set callers, DSMs, ASMs, whoever you are.
Marvelous
good
job.
stuff. Well,
and hard work on this one, I think.
I guess you're probably wondering how many stars we are going to give Romantics Anonymous, which is currently playing here at the Bristol Old Vic.
We are going to give 5 stars.
5 stars for this piece, absolutely. This was absolutely a grower.
Yeah, should we give it a Breakalegger's nomination for Best Musical Production of 2020? Yeah, go
I
on
think
then.
you
It's
just
got a
did,
5,
Legger, Simon. Oh my goodness, so 3-legger.
3-legger nominations. We just really loved it. So please come and see it here at the Bristol Old Vic. If you didn't get a chance to see it in London,
many of you probably already seen it.
Yeah, you
so
might
let us know what you think. Comment down below.
If you didn't, it's worth the journey. And hey, stateside, LA, Washington.
Aren't you lucky?
Are you lucky that you're getting this?
And who knows where it'll go next? So keep an eye out for it.
If you steal Emma Rice from us, I will come for you.
Oh no, it's possible. Don't plant seeds in their minds.
She's ours, okay?
But she is worthy of going international. If she hasn't already.
But come back, please, Emma.
But hey, that's just what I
And
think.
it's just what I think. What do you think? Let us know down below. Hit subscribe if you want more. Follow us on Instagram and all that jazz.
It's almost like a bit of a rap going
We're the
on.
Break-a-Leggers.
And we'll catch you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.